Do we have an ID on the victim?
Seriously? You don't recognize her? Clorinda Jackson? Host of Rumors. It was on for years.
Rumors?
Well, Rumors is one of those shows where married couples go on and make money by airing their dirty laundry. Anyway, she's been working the showroom of the Silver Skies Casino, hosting a stage version of Rumors.
I don't see any security cameras.
Well, turns out Twilight Palms believes surveillance cameras compromise its commitment to celebrity rehab. It's an outpatient facility with a wide-open door policy.
The fact that there's nothing around for miles probably makes it easy enough to monitor the patient's comings and goings.
Well, we're checking with the other patients, seeing if anyone saw or heard anything. One name keeps popping up. Steve Tampson, another patient here. By all accounts, he and Clorinda were close. I also called her husband. He's on his way, but he lives more than an hour away. I'll let you know when he gets here.
It's a shame. I'm sure this woman hit a bottom. She came here hoping to change her life.
And ran into something else she was powerless against.
Hey, good to see you. You haven't missed anything. I can start on the scene if you'd like to take the witness. Yes, apparently that was a very popular television program. Brass told me she's now hosting a live version in the showroom at the Silver Skies. From what I've seen so far, particularly the fact that the victim is wearing her bathing suit, it just doesn't feel as though we're looking at a suicide. Could very well be an accident, but I'm getting ahead of the evidence again, aren't I? Let's start processing. This is interesting. I haven't seen any plants around here with foliage like this. It looks familiar. So much for a therapeutic soak. That one has a tribal pattern. They're popular for tattoos. This is a Deranger cap. Deranger. A colleague of mine used to live on this stuff. It's citrus soda with a French flair, he said. I never tried it, but he swore by it. Very good. I'm actually a little surprised this print survived the humidity near the hot tub. It's a broken Deranger bottle. Smells like alcohol. No ashes or soot. It doesn't look like this has ever been used.
Yes, I am. What is this in regards to? I understand. I heard there was an accident in the spa.
We're still investigating the circumstances of Ms. Jackson's death. We'll find out if it was an accident soon enough.
Clorinda? Well, we've been going through this rehab thing together, you know? We were friends. Man, sorry for the shakes. It's Just hard thinking she's dead. No way. I mean, she wasn't thrilled with her marriage, but she was here to turn things around. She was on her way up, not down. Hey, that's tight. No, I've never seen it before. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, I will.
Hey, the victim's husband just showed up. I'm done taking a statement, but I'm sure you'll have some questions of your own.
We should arrange for Miss Jackson's body to be taken to the morgue. I'll call Dr. Robbins. Excuse me, sir. We're from the Las Vegas Crime Lab. May we have your name?
Ernest Goldwasser. Clorinda is my wife. Oh, God. I was at home when I think it was Detective Brass who called me. He said she was gone. I got here as quickly as I could. Yeah, she checked in about 2.5 weeks ago. You know, people can't appreciate how hard the life of an entertainer really is. You know, it's that pressure to stay on top or to hold on through the ups and downs. Sometimes you can't help but self-medicate with booze and pills. I mean, it's just so vicious. You try being as good as your last failure for a while. We'll see how strong you manage to be. I was so proud of her. She finally realized her life had become unmanageable, and yet she made the choice to give in and ask for help. Look, I understand the need to ask this kind of question, but the answer is no. She was not on any kind of medication. She was not on any kind of antidepressant. And to answer your next logical question, she would never have taken her own life. She was obviously going through a challenging period, but she saw the light at the end of the tunnel. We were both committed to her recovery. We were both committed to our marriage. She hosted the Rumors stage show, yes. No, there was no problem at all. Arrangements were made. A temporary host was found. Everyone, producers, casino management, they were all extremely understanding of this delicate situation, and very discreet. I can't say that I have, no.
We're very sorry for your loss, Mr. Goldwasser. We'll be in touch.
You're gonna need to perform an autopsy, am I right? Jeez. Could someone please call me when you're through? I'll need to make arrangements for her funeral. Thank you.
May flights of angels sing thee to thy rest, Clorinda Jackson. And there's one more for the scrapbook.
I'm sorry, you have a scrapbook of all your autopsies?
No, just the celebrity ones. The warm spa water may have complicated lividity, but between that and vitreous potassium levels, I'd estimate her time of death to be somewhere between 10 and 11 p.m.
Did you find water in her lungs?
Yeah, the chlorinated spa water saturated her lungs, suggesting the cause of death to be asphyxiation due to drowning. However, I also found post-mortem bruising along her shoulders. Take a look. I'd say they appear to be handprints. My professional opinion, someone held Ms. Jackson under the water until she drowned. Of course, would I leave you with nothing fun to do? Please enjoy. I haven't had a chance yet to send the samples over, but I did run a prelim tox. Victim's blood alcohol level was 0.08, and there are traces of flunitrazepam metabolite.
Flunitrazepam has been illegal in the U.S. for years. Its association with date rape is by no means accidental. I would be surprised if Miss Jackson knew it was there.
There is, actually. I recovered some semen from Ms. Jackson's vaginal vault. The sex appears to have been consensual. I collected a sample for you.
Take a look at the left handprint. the deeper bruising around what would be the base of the ring finger. Our killer may have been wearing a wedding ring. I want to get a shot of that. Carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, citric acid, sodium benzoate, food starch, caffeine, glycerol ester, ascorbic acid, yellow 6, red 40, ethanol, and flunitrazepam, orange soda, vodka, and a roofie.
How are we looking on our celebrity murder? I'd love to have something to tell Under Sheriff Eckley.
There has been a bit of a development. Miss Jackson had sex with someone other than her husband the night of the murder. Tox screens showed signs of flunitrazepam in her system, so it may not have been consensual.
With whom? Do we know?
Another patient at the rehab clinic, a Mr. Stephen Tampson.
CODIS hit?
He gave his DNA voluntarily. His cousin was reported missing 3 years ago, and Stephen was next of kin. It turned out to be a false alarm, but the information is still in the system.
No good deed goes unpunished, I guess. See if Brass can bring him in on suspicion of rape.
All right. There's also some physical evidence, a ring, but we're still looking at where that fits.
Finding the person it fits might be a good start.
I'll be ready to go in just a moment. You might want to take a look at this before we leave. I've identified the leaf fragment from the crime scene. It's actually an entire young plant. Kalanchoe degramontiana, also known as devil's backbone, or my personal favorite, mother of thousands. It's a species native to Madagascar, fairly prolific. They're able to reproduce asexually by forming young plants like the one we found along the edges of their leaves.